Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Hots or Shots. I'm your host Johnny Clearwater, and my guest today is Sir Cork. How are you, man?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. I'm glad that you came out here to do this with me. I got the opportunity to hang out with you today.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Today's been a great day in Tennessee. Beautiful weather.
We had 20 or 21 Steemians here today.
While we were in the witness forum meeting this morning, I saw 18 go up in chat, and people were still arriving all day.
Right. So yeah, I think 21 is what we hit.
Names. I'm working on it. You know.
Did you have a nice time out here this afternoon?
It's fantastic, man.
Right.
Beautiful weather. Thanks for having us out. Great place to be.
For anybody that doesn't know who you are, do you want to go ahead and...
I'm Sir Cork. I am a Steemian, a Steemitizen, whatever you want to refer to us as, a user of the platform on a daily basis. And I've come to the platform. Gosh, we were talking about anniversaries today. I know you just had one, Johnny, and I've got mine
2 days
coming
ago.
up.
Got my first.
1 year for you. My 1 year comes up in about 3 weeks. So I've been on the platform a while, doing things every day like Steemians do.
You're a witness also, aren't you?
I am. Currently, I think I'm number 65 on the actual numeric listing, processing at number 63 or so.
I was going to say, I thought you were 63 this morning.
I am. Well, that's active.
How long have you been doing the witness?
10 months, and about a month ago, I joined forces with Rhonda Kay of the Writer's Block and
Okay.
ourselves, and now we're a team witness. So I had a...
That's the crazy lady with the raccoons, right?
Something like that.
Okay, yeah, I know who she is.
I'm not sure which is crazier, the raccoon or the lady, but she makes a great partner on the team.
Right on.
So between us, we kind of represent what we call the voice of the people. I built broadcasting networks. I built both of the 24/7 streaming networks that are on the Steem platform right now that are considered the key 24/7 streaming networks.
Right.
Steemstar Network being the one I operate now as my witness project. Also, Rhonda does the Writer's Block. So she's got the writing and fiction and nonfiction and poetry creating community going on. I've got people who are into making more multimedia stuff, kind of like your show.
Right.
And other shows that we do on the streaming network 6 days out of 7 a week so far. So...
And that's the Steemstar Network, right?
So Steemstar Network.
I've popped in.
Yep, you've been on...
I've been a guest on Carrie Allen's show. I plan to keep coming back and working with her.
We'd like you to. We do a lot of fun on the Friday night show.
So they're writing me into Space Carrie.
Oh, are you going to?
Yeah, and she had messaged me, and she was like, "Hey, are you able to read?" She knew I was going to be busy. She's like, "Are you able to read for the part this week?"
I actually didn't read for mine, and we agreed to not do an episode this week.
Oh, then that's sweet. Okay, cool.
That are on the cast, but Space Carrie's Adventures in Space, which is part of Mission Control Monday on Steemstar Network, hosted by Carrie Allen.
I like the Friday night version better.
And the Friday night version is Steemstar After Dark.
Yeah, I like that one.
And we like having you at that one as well, where we invite members of the audience to join us to cold read scripts, usually funny and always written by other Steemians.
I like the ones that SimGirl started doing. The other dimension stuff, yeah.
Twilight Zone-esque show written by a Steemian first who's now done 2 episodes, but we had another episode submitted by another user, and we have an open call for those one-act, sort of 1 reader or 2 reader scripts for the other dimension. So they're little shorts that are similar to the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, no.
They're pretty interesting.
That's what I enjoy. I enjoyed those so far the best.
They're cool, and then, of course, all the humor sketches that Chris writes, Chris Roberts, one of our Steemian buddies, and Carrie Allen's husband.
Do you want to take 1 minute and tell everybody why they should come check out your witness, why they should vote for you?
Well, basically, you can find everything that Rhonda and I do summarized on our website, which is steem.agency, not .com or .net or anything.
.agency?
.agency, which is kind of a new thing. People are getting used to these .ios, .agencies,
right.
.networks and stuff. Steem.agency, where we summarize on the homepage the communities that we've built and lead, the projects that we built and run, like Rhonda's, the Writer's Block, very large-scale writing and editing and curating community. Steem Shelves, where you can keep your post connected and present on the platform longer than you currently can with regular feed mechanisms. And then Steamhouse Publishing, which is her real-world publishing arm. So that's Rhonda working with the fiction side of and writing side of the blogging platform side of the house, content creators. Whereas I'm bringing a different kind of content creator to the front with the streaming networks.
Right.
And then, of course, both of us are involved in charities, which are kind of a big deal for both of us. Mine with people, hers with animals.
And yeah, is it You Are Hope and Tark? Are those the two?
You got it, man. I'm glad you know. And honestly, you weren't coached right before the show as to what to talk about here. You Are Hope is the You Are Hope Foundation that I created last October. It's a worldwide humanitarian aid foundation that's blockchain transparent, Steem exclusive, and community fueled. And it's done great. We've served a couple thousand people in 12 countries. It's fueled real change in people's lives at many levels, ranging from orphans who didn't have food today to students who were able to graduate and pay their matriculation fees with our help. So lots of stuff, just crazy amounts of stuff have happened with the charity. And then Rhonda, of course, who's involved in an animal rescue center that she founded, that's a true offline 501(c) organization in the United States, is overseeing the rehoming of, like I was at her facility one time, there were 45 dogs on site that would be rehomed up and down the East Coast, and there's like this 18-wheeler guy that drives donates the travel to take the dogs from the areas they're not wanted in to the areas where adoptions are high and the dogs will find homes. And it's like a big organized operation. It's not just, a lady.
Does she do that with raccoons too?
Just this one crazy raccoon that actually seems to have chosen her more than the other way around. And she's constantly getting wounded by the thing. Like, it's dangerous work having her.
Oh, I mean, I know there was one time she was on MSP Waves and it was like, oh, kissy, kissy, son of a bitch. Yeah, but was that about the raccoon? Anyway, moving on. Right. Since I have now built the competing... So Steem.agency, this is where they can come check out the work that you guys have been doing?
Yeah.
So that's it. Go check out Steem.agency. It's all your jobs to vote for witnesses. This week I've had the opportunity to meet a few and bring a few to the show. And I do that to help you guys so that you get an idea of who these people are and they get a chance to let you know who they are. And
yep.
That's the fucking way it rolls.
And then you get to see how wasted we can get, or how hot we can go, or what pain we can endure on this show.
So you know how this works.
Yep.
And I mean, even if you'd never seen it before, we've chatted enough. So it starts with this coin flip, man.
But sure.
It's going to be hots or shots.
Yep, that's what I'm proposed.
Go for it.
Flip this coin and my fate is determined, huh?
That's it.
All right, here we go. I hope this isn't rigged.
Oh, man.
Looks like it landed booze up.
We're doing shots, buddy.
I'm glad it didn't land on the pepper side because that would have really been difficult for me. I have a hard time with hot stuff.
I did a hots episode already today.
Really?
Yeah.
And you would have done 2 back to back?
I guess
once you've
I'm here to get a job done, man.
already burnt your tongue out, you're done.
Oh yeah, but I'm already past it. I'd have to go through that all over again. That doesn't.
Okay.
All right, so shots it is.
Let's have some drinks or McDonald's fries. I'm not quite sure what that is.
Steam logo, man. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get set up, and we'll be right back after a brief word from our sponsor.
Just hit a button, Morty.
Disqualified.
What are you doing?
A C.
All right, so we're all set up. Cork flip shot, so we're going to get a little schnockered.
I think that's wise. Way wiser than me eating anything hot.
So it's pretty simple, man. We're going to do a shot, and I'm just going to ask a question. And we just keep cruising from there.
Okay.
Feel free to be as elaborate about anything as you want. And, keep in mind that if you just answer something real simple fast, we just keep moving right along. So
Am I being detained?
sometimes you might want to detain yourself. You know what I mean? You ready to get going?
Yeah, so we start with a shot?
Yeah, shot number
Before
one.
we get a question.
Anywhere you want.
All right,
let's
I'll
do
just
it.
do them from over here to this way to that one. Here's the hots or shots.
You like that?
Yeah,
You get
pretty
one.
Sweet. Nice.
Are you primarily a starter or a finisher?
I'm the alpha and the omega. I start a lot of things. I finish the important ones. Or the possible ones. Sometimes I start things that are impossible. But in general, if I start something, I went in with a plan, and usually a plan B, and I get done what I think is necessary. So when I may go into a plan that is very big, I may scale it back, but I finish.
Okay, fair enough.
And then I may come back to that. There's a project I'm working on right now that I don't want to elaborate on too much, but it's a software thing, and I was going somewhere, ended up somewhere else, got new feedback once I showed that to somebody, and I'm going to finish something different than what I intended from the beginning, but it'll still be a finish on a start that creates a thing
Okay.
when it's done.
Good. That's actually a good question for somebody that's a witness and into projects. And
Well, that's kind of why I answered it.
Random, though.
Starters and finishers, because, I mean, let's go back to, you know I'm divorced, you know. I was ready to finish that. She wasn't. But then the next wedding that I had, my second divorce, I finished what, you know, weddings aren't supposed to marriages aren't supposed to be finished, right? They're supposed to last forever in theory. But I finished one. So that was kind of not, it's ambiguous how we use the word finish and what we mean and in what context. So projects and stuff, I get it done. That's usually why I've done well in my career, is because I'm known for getting things done on a project. Relationships, other initiatives in life that we encounter on a daily basis, might be harder to answer that question. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know how to answer it, to be honest with you.
Starter or finisher.
My wife always says I finish first. So maybe I'm a finisher.
My wife says you finish first. Well, she never told me that.
You ready to?
Yeah, before you heard what I just said and hit me.
Okay.
Cheers. That's two.
If you couldn't be convicted of any one type of crime, what crime would you like to be immune to?
If I could be prevented from conviction for any, I'd be allowed to commit any one crime. What would it be?
Yep.
Basically, I don't want to waste a lot of dead air time thinking about it, but that's a very thought-provoking question.
So,
Because the real question is, do you want to be eminently wealthy because robbing banks? Or do you want to be eminently popular, so it'd be like stealing time on TV cameras, or, you know. In my case, what crime? I want something really useful that's fun, beneficial for me in some way, and isn't obvious, probably, because I think money is like, oh, I'd be able to rob banks all I want.
well, my answer is embezzlement.
Embezzlement's not bad.
Yeah, I would take embezzlement.
There's a lot of profit in embezzlement. A whole lot of money to be made in embezzlement.
Yeah, if I could be never charged for embezzlement, I'm becoming an embezzler overnight.
It's an interesting question.
I'll wash your money all day.
Yeah, but when you get to the point where you'd be allowed to commit any crime?
Any one, though. It's just one.
Do you only get to do it once, or you can repeat this kind of crime?
See, now it doesn't specify, so
Right,
you can take that. Yeah, but that means because it doesn't specify
If you couldn't be convicted
of any one type of crime,
and
so that to me that implies that's forever.
Like
you get the
crime. Your signature crime that you're allowed.
I'm taking embezzlement.
Embezzlement. I'm gonna go with like there's disgusting all macho answers here. There's money and vain answers, and none of those seem very valuable to me, because ultimately, if I can get through life committing this one crime, then that could be enabling for me to do anything, really.
You got to remember too. This is why I like embezzlement, because it doesn't specify any particular currency. I could be doing embezzling forever.
How about coup d'etat? How about being able to take out a government illegally and become the governor of a country?
So if you were able to do that,
I'm sure that's not legal by the current government standards for somebody to come in and kick them out.
Right.
I'd love to be that guy.
So how
There's
many?
my crime.
So do you want to do that for just countries nonstop?
Well, until I own them all.
You might. I mean, you might. Look, it might not be a crime, but people.
Said there's reason to keep.
That puts a target on you.
If you do money, if you want a crime of money, and you can rob casinos or banks, then you're infinitely wealthy at some point. There's no more point in robbing more casinos and banks. Let the people have their fun.
Ready?
Alpha and Omega, baby. Bring me another question. Oh, another shot.
That's right. Yeah.
That's 3. Most mere mortals are already getting nervous. I'm just getting started.
When you hear the word adventure, what comes to mind?
Logging into Discord.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I mean, as a witness and a community
it's always an
leader and a
adventure,
mod
right?
and everything that I am in all the communities, it's like, what the fuck is going on right now in my Discord? No, adventure. For me, I'm a skydiver. I've traveled all the way around the world in a circumnavigation recently, solo, like just went out there and started figuring it out with no real plan except destinations and airplane tickets, and went through some crazy stuff like going into the slums of Kolkata, India, a major city in India, and you've all seen Slumdog Millionaire and stuff, and like how
It's
bad
a great
that
movie,
is.
by the way.
Yeah, and I went and bought weed from total strangers in the slums of Kolkata on Holi, holiday when everybody's wasted in the streets. Adventure for me ranges from accidental adventures like that one to choosing to jump out of airplanes for fun and
Right.
doing it a half dozen times and finally getting to the point where you go without the tandem guy and do it yourself and some scary stuff.
For me, it's like Indiana Jones.
Indiana
That's adventure to
Jones,
me, man.
Adventure, like
If I could go do the whole Temple of the Lost Doom, or
Discovery.
Temple of Doom, knowing that you're, what was that National Monument? Was that movie with Nicolas Cage where they were?
yeah, or any of the ones
something
with
like
Laura
that.
Croft,
Yeah,
Tomb
exactly.
Raider.
I don't necessarily. Yeah,
Dudes
where
with guns are chasing you in
you're
scuba
going after
suits
this
while you're
mystical
going for the
thing,
gold
and
egg.
meanwhile, it's actually you're actually going to get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, can you really do that in real life?
I don't know, but that's my idea of adventure.
When I went to Disney with
I
my
mean,
daughter
I've
and
always wanted to be
ex-wife,
Indiana
I was in
Jones.
the Indiana
Or-
Jones show, and they blew up a car next to us.
I've always wanted to be Santa Claus too, and to me, there's some serious adventure there.
That's cool.
But if I could pick two completely,
Real
that's
Santa
adventure.
Claus,
I'd be
'cause you
Santa
are
Claus.
Santa Claus.
I'm
You're
Saint
so-
Nicholas. I'm not always a saint though, ever.
Or Nicholas.
But no, but that's my name.
Saint Johnny.
Yeah, I'm Johnny Clearwater. I'm Steemit, but my name's Nicholas.
Is it really? I didn't know that. So now I learned.
It says it right on my profile.
My name is Corky. So Sir Cork just comes from a derivative of that from 1998.
Yeah, I'm
Request.
transparent about who I am.
Corky, I am too. You can find
But Indiana Jones, man, that's adventure.
Cheers.
Corky,
Nicholas.
shot number 4.
Good stuff. Not bad, this old Forester.
I like it. What's something you waste time on but still choose to do it?
Steemit.
So,
Steem.
next
The
question.
blockchain. That was too easy. No time for that one. He goes for the water cup. I'll let him go first, and then I'll cop out. Do a little rinse, because that's how real whiskey drinkers drink it anyway. They do a little rinse.
I
Little rinse.
just like to do it to keep the hydration going.
There you go.
What's a new hobby you'd really like to try?
A new hobby I'd really like to try. There's a line that comes to mind from a Dennis Hopper movie where he goes, "You know what I'd do if I had $1 million, man?" That's your cue for no, what, man? 2 girls at one time, man.
I'm trying to think. I know that
Dennis
movie.
Hopper, it's gotta be. I know the voice, but I can't remember the movie. But that's not the new hobby I would try. The new hobby I would try would probably be like trying to get Elon Musk's attention to be like involved in something he's doing. I don't know, but that'll never happen. So from a hobby point of view, man, I've done so many things in my life with the adventures I've been on already, with traveling around the world, living off grid, living in major cities, living in major resort locations like Aspen and Miami and Washington D.C. and doing so many things in all those places over my 50 years. I'll turn 50 in October. That it's hard to say what a new hobby would be. Maybe flying a plane. I've done that casually in my friends' private planes. Either bosses of companies I've worked
Like you've had the opportunity, you mean?
like
but
I'm
you,
taking the stick and
but you
flown
didn't
planes.
really. It's not like you've
But I
taken
mean,
lessons.
like
but
actually going and getting
that's a legit
license.
hobby.
I think maybe flying a plane might be the next hobby I would take on, because it's affordable for the average person. It's like $3 or $4 grand to get your private pilot's visual rules license.
Right.
So it's doable in my lifetime. It's real.
I think I'd like to try mining.
Of the crypto or real
Yeah.
gold type?
No, like of crypto.
Okay, because I've actually mined real gold. In
And I feel
ground.
I
worked
kind
at
of.
it
By the
for
way,
months.
I kind of feel bad saying that because I don't want anybody to think that I actually consider mining like, oh, that's just a hobby. You know what I mean?
No,
but
but
I would
pretty
like
much-
that to be a new hobby of mine.
That's an interesting hobby choice because it actually doesn't take much of your time once you've set up the machine and turned it
Right.
on. So as a hobby, that basically means checking some temperature monitors and some CPU monitors, and that's
If you're smart, it
and
should
your
be more than
wallet.
that. It should always be doing
And
more
your
research
wallet.
to see what's the next thing you could possibly get on and start working with. And
Yeah, yeah.
so I mean, because that's how I would be approaching it.
Sure.
Basically, what I would do is I would take it on as a hobby,
And then give me like 6 to 9 months, and I'll start calling motherfuckers, man, you're just hobbyists.
Yeah, look at me. So, by the way, you can rent space on my mining operation and get into the hosting business and the whole thing.
Yeah. Why don't we, you want to burn a cigarette here, man?
Yeah, let's have a smoke. You can have one on
I'm stealing one off you.
Spender, they're the budget brand. Here,
dude, at this point...
I'm going to hold it so they can't see the thing, and they just hope it's Marlboros, you know what I mean?
I had 4 packs 2 days ago. Man, this place, they eat them up in this place.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy. Is it shot time?
Yeah, yes, so.
Good.
Number 6, we got through the first half.
Number 6, cheers. All right, that's 6 shots, and I'm still coherent. I'm still talking.
What normal task gives you anxiety?
Talking to girls.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Do you do that often? Or well, obviously it gives you anxiety, but like...
Yes, I talk to girls all the time.
But I mean, I know what you...
I've been watching those internet things with the gurus about how to talk to girls.
Dude, the interwebs are incredible.
Yeah,
some shit out there.
I just like to talk to the ladies now.
I just heard about this thing called the Darknet. Oh my god.
The Darknet. That's where you get the roofies, right?
No, it's like black midget porn. It's amazing.
No. Basically, yeah, talking to girls gives me anxiety. It happened today. I was talking to a girl today, in a moment. She may or may not be out there watching now. I'm not going to turn my head to the left and check because she wasn't earlier when we started the show. But I found myself alone on a swing on a porch in Tennessee with a girl. And not even in a moment that was in any way romantic or emotionally charged in that way. We're just meeting for the first time today, this thing. But I had a hard time with the conversation. I didn't know where to look. I was like, she's cute. I shouldn't look at her body. I should just eyes forward, talk to the girl, try not to make an ass of yourself. And so, yeah, talking to girls, it's hard for me. I've been married twice, been divorced twice. I've dated a gazillion women in my life.
So you've done the talking, but it just...
Yeah, but every time it's just like, holy shit, what am I doing right now? I sound like a fucking idiot.
So... This is gonna be like on the millionaire show, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? We have to call a friend.
A millionaire.
Because I'm gonna ask my wife what she thinks. Because
I didn't hesitate, man. I was like talking to girls.
See, my thing is this: I'm not gonna say that I never have anxiety. I get anxiety, but I don't think that I have any kind of thing that. Oh, that's always going to get me.
See, I was married,
but,
man.
Right, so that's
every day. You know what I mean? But it's still talking is hard. On that note, I think we finished that question.
Ready to move on?
Yeah, let's start over here. Cheers. Oh my goodness.
What's the most out of character choice you've ever made?
It would be if I took the advice of a dozen people that surrounded me today and tried to hold an intervention and tell me that my delivery is bad. I suddenly should be more diplomatic.
But you said if.
Okay.
If. This is...
Let me flip the question over. May I?
Yeah, of course.
What's the most, quote, out of character, unquote, choice you've ever made?
Which means this is something you did. This is not an if.
That's out of character.
What's the most out of character thing you've ever done?
I'm such an outlandish character to begin with. Almost everything I do is out of character for what society perceives as normal.
But if it's not out of character for you, that doesn't count.
Character for me would be to do something completely mundane, like brush my teeth, or some dumb shit. You know what I mean?
That's actually not mundane at all.
No, you're right.
I wanted to tell you this earlier, and I was trying to be polite. But
no, my fucking God.
Nothing mundane about that, dude. Get it done.
You're just being a dick now. All right. So
the most out of character thing that you've done in your life.
Okay, so the most out of character thing that I've done in my life would probably be I went to a Dave Matthews concert, and you were excited about that, and you're telling me that it's your wife's favorite band, and you're going to a festival.
I want to be key on that.
So let me tell you my story.
My wife's favorite band. Look, we have Sirius XM radio. I'm a Pearl Jam guy.
I home drawing pictures.
I'm Pearl Jam
of mountaintops,
and she's Dave Matthews. And I remember when Dave Matthews came out, Pearl Jam was already kicking ass. I was like, who the fuck is this Pearl Jam wannabe? Get the fuck out of here.
Well, let me tell you about both of them.
So anyways, listen. So my wife, it's her favorite band, and Dave Matthews has done some great stuff. I like Dave Matthews. I don't like Dave Matthews like she does, but Dave Matthews is alright. But I like to throw that rib out there. So on Sirius XM radio, we have the Pearl Jam channel.
You're gonna love this.
So every now and then I get in the car and I'll be like, oh my god, did you listen to the Dave Matthews channel this weekend? She's like, they have a Dave Matthews channel? I'm like, no, of course they don't, because there's a Pearl Jam channel. And then I feel she's actually, the last concert she went, she asked if I wanted to go. Of course you want to spend time with your wife and things that she enjoys.
I'm twice divorced, but keep talking.
But I loved that she asked, because then it meant I could just be like, yeah, I don't need to go to that at all.
All right, so you're going to love this story. You're going to need a cigarette for this
Let's
story.
do it.
Dave Matthews Band. Picture this scene. It's 2002-ish. Nissan Pavilion, Manassas, Virginia. Dave Matthews Band is playing. My ex-wife loves Dave Matthews Band.
My wife is watching this, so
I know she
tell
is.
her
She's
right
going to
now.
hate this story.
No, I mean, she's watching this when
is
we
one
air
for
it,
the
so just
boys.
look right at the camera and tell her, man.
Let me just tell you, darling, how this went down. It went like this. So me and my ex-wife and my daughter, who's like 7 at the time, 8, I don't know, let's see. She was born, well, never mind. So my kid was little, and my ex-wife and I go to this Dave Matthews show with our daughter, this camera. All right, so basically here's the thing. I can't stand Dave Matthews. He's a mumbling, dumb-lyricked motherfucker who basically got lucky. I live in Richmond, Virginia now, his hometown. Nobody there is that excited about Dave Matthews Band. But anyway, my ex-wife was real excited about the Dave Matthews Band. And I was not. And neither were any of my friends. So it was easy for me to mock him all the fucking time. So we go to this concert. My daughter can't stand this guy. I can't stand this guy. We're about 2 songs into the concert when I'm fighting with my ex-wife on the blanket in the lawn seats because we were poor and young. And then we pack it up and leave because she's so disgusted with my attitude and my daughter's like fake yawning and pretending to sleep, and so am I.
Yeah, that would suck, though.
Yeah, we were pretty much dicks.
It's not that bad. Like, I'm not that dick about it. I'll throw some shit.
We were pretty dicky about the whole Dave Matthews Band, but we left in like the second song. We paid like $60 a piece, including our daughter, for the 3 seats on the lawn or whatever dumb shit it was.
You ever had like,
we left Dave
as a
Matthews.
couple, you have a thing.
That was the beginning of the end.
So, like,
we were divorced a year later.
I would say that a Dave Matthews song is our song. It doesn't matter that I'm not.
Marching? I mean, that's your song.
No, it's
Come
not that one. And
Ants
actually,
marching.
she's gonna know the title of it.
Mumble, mumble,
But it's the one that
Ants
says
marching.
I'm not your Superman, but wherever you go is
So
where
your
I
world
want
to
to
be.
be.
Lift up your skirt. And
That's a good one,
rape
though.
shit like
What's that one?
What the fuck?
Where are you going? Is that what it is called? Where are you going? It's called.
All right, that is one song. That's like the one song I can tolerate.
It really connects, because it's the truth. Like I'm not your Superman.
Yeah.
But of all the little rest of the phrases
not
I
the
skip,
hero
is
you wanted,
wherever you're going
but the
is where
hero
it's
you
where
got.
I want to be.
Yeah.
And that's it. So
That's the one song he's got that redeems his ass.
so it's not only like
Sorry.
because
Not
because of my wife's love for that band, that I chose that in my head. That's like if anybody said, "Hey, do you and your old lady have a song?" I do.
I'm not your Superman.
No, that's it's close, but okay.
Okay, whatever.
He never
There's
sings that.
alcohol involved in this.
That's good. No.
Yeah.
But I also, I spent some good money on a fucking amazing Dave Matthews Band
It
painting.
was $180 for tickets. We listened to 2 songs. Top that.
Hey man, I'm coming back in September here.
Oh yeah.
To go to a festival.
You mentioned that.
Yeah, well, you brought it up too. You mentioned it also. So Dave Matthews just got added to the lineup.
I come from the Lionel Richie myself.
The poster that I saw doesn't say Dave Matthews on it, but it does say fucking Jack White. It does say Lionel Richie. It says the Counting Crows. It says the String Dusters are playing. There's like 50 fucking
Is the
bands
next
playing.
card, how is Lionel Richie possibly on a lineup anywhere anymore? That's the
I
next card
I might have to be in the right mood for some Lionel Richie. But I mean, at the same time, here's an artist that I never would have thought I'd go see.
I have to shameless plug.
But now at this point in my life, I'm like, I kind of have to see that.
I have to shameless plug something. I'm
Do it,
sorry. If
go.
you have to edit it out, that's fine.
Why would I have to edit it out?
Dracos.
As long as it's not
witness.
meth. I like Dracos.
No. Dracos is a witness.
I vote for Dracos.
I'm talking to the camera because they told me if it was important, talk to the camera. I'm talking to the camera. I'm also drunk. Dracos is a witness who makes a page called Steemian.info, another one of those wacky domain names. And so Steemian.info has a witnesses page. If you go to Steemian.info to get info from stuff about Steemians, then you make a typo and do Steemian.info / some bullshit that doesn't make sense. You will get a page that shows Lionel Richie's smiling face that says, "Go home, Lionel, you're drunk." This page can't be found.
That's funny.
How in the fuck is Lionel Richie suddenly relevant that he's at your festival, he's on Dracos' page? This guy hasn't been cool.
I vote
since
for Dracos,
ever.
man.
In 1985, we mocked this guy for I Want to Party.
Because you're a witness,
CS.
let me say this. Let me get this witness. Dracos.
He's awesome.
I vote for him.
He's the best.
I didn't vote for him before.
He's the best. Vote Dracos.
but
But vote Dracos.
but Wacko, I was a voter for
Now,
Wacko.
Wacko has resigned.
No, right. So he let me know that.
He votes for us, but don't vote for Wacko. Because he resigned.
Yeah, no, he did resign.
Yeah.
But I was a Wacko voter. So
Me too.
he hit me up in private message and let me know. He's like, here's the link so you can read the whole thing. He's like, but I'm stepping down.
Yep, tired of it.
And he's like, so I wanted to make sure that you knew so that you could take your vote away. Which, by the way, and I'm not saying he did that for all of his people that voted for him, but the simple fact is, like, that's a huge step. We have a lot of fucking witnesses on the list that are dead witnesses.
And dead, and they're marked as red.
You know, and so here's a guy that actually cared so much about what he was doing that he reached out to people and let them know, hey, I'm stepping down. Please remove your witness vote so that it can go someplace else.
Always be reviewing your witness.
So I asked him, I said, hey, listen, you know, I'm pretty set on my witness list at the moment. The opportunity to meet some people in person now is going to benefit a lot.
Yeah.
All right?
For real.
I mean, maybe my vote might not matter to you, but the simple fact is it should, because every vote should matter to you.
Draco's is French-Canadian, but I like him anyway.
So, look, well, I want to know that because I don't like the French, and I've already said this on camera
He's
before.
Canadian, though. He's got Canadian going for
They're
him.
wannabe French. It's almost...
North American. Just go with it.
Anyways,
Good guy.
so,
All right.
Wacko, I said, look, what do you recommend? Because I liked him as a witness.
Yeah, he's great.
He really was. So since he's stepping down, I wanted to know his thoughts on, hey, I'll use 2 votes. What do you got? Who should I go for? And Dracos was one of the very first people he said.
Absolutely.
I got right on board. So I voted for Dracos immediately, and he knows this because we were in conversation when it happened. He has still not fucking voted on my show, dude.
Dracos?
Dracos, you motherfucker.
Listen, you know how things work.
We
around
both
here.
have the same delegate. Wacko delegates to both of us, Dracos.
Dracos, vote on Johnny. Vote on
Some
my
bullshit.
show because you like me.
You're my witness
You don't
vote,
have to
bro.
like him. You can just vote on me.
Jesus.
I'll get you one on my post.
Voting for a witness that never shows any love back to you, dude. I might as well vote for Jerry Banfield.
All right, let's take
That's
another shot
stupid.
before we get everybody mad at us.
Oh, I like getting people mad.
Prost, as they say in German. I'm going to try to start cheersing in different languages.
Oh my God! So I mentioned to you earlier
Did you?
that we went to a distillery.
You did.
And I onboarded somebody, this local person, to
Yes,
come
I
on,
remember.
and did a show with him.
Yeah.
So his thing, he does these tours, these bourbon tours and stuff.
I thought it was weird that bourbon guys would come with you to weird rented house, weird rented guys.
I'm not surprised at all.
But here they are.
Well, I mean, it's about how you carry yourself too. You know that.
Yes, yes.
You know,
Quite
they were like
confident.
definitely wanted to come check it.
Johnny Clearwater is confident, ladies and gentlemen. In case you didn't notice.
I mean, you have to be a little bit.
A little
It's
bit.
weird. It's the confidence that I have is really bizarre because I exude confidence, but I am not a confident person.
I can't talk to girls, man. I just admitted it on public television or whatever the fuck this is,
But it's
like
so-
4 shots ago.
It like I know I'm extroverted, but inside I'm a scared little introverted clown.
Me too, me
Just
too.
like
Do you sleep
I just-
with a teddy bear?
no,
I don't-
because I'm married
I'm not
now.
gonna
We're
do
good.
that, right?
I used to.
Yeah.
Like, then she came around. She threw it out.
Yeah.
She burned it. That fucking
I heard
bitch.
it, yeah.
To you, what does the end of time look like?
The end of time. So, I borderline on Christian, which means, in a more specific way, that I believe that this is way too organized to be accidental. Like the fact that trees make air and we breathe air and we shit stuff that makes stuff grow, that stuff grows, that, you know, whatever, circle of life shit.
I get it. No, that's a
Right, like,
it's a
there's this,
solid.
like,
It's a
whole
legitimate
architect
mathematical
thing,
equation there.
Right, like there's like, so like actually speaking of it being mathematical, I used to do this thing a long time ago, like 10 years ago, called Second Life. And this woman did this experiment. She was like a biophysicist or something, I don't know, science shit. But she made a self-sustaining ecosystem in programming code that had like bees and plants and trees and oxygen and all these things that were mathematically computed and did things like the bees would fly around and pollinate the flowers and the flowers would grow and the things would happen and all that. She made an ecosystem, right? So she kind of proved that all this shit is basically mathematical. And we were talking about this earlier tonight. Music is mathematical. Physics is mathematical. Everything's
definitely.
kind of mathematical, right? Like it all adds up to some equation you can work out.
It almost always
Now,
seems that way, though, doesn't
But
it?
then there's this supernatural shit that happens that,
Such as
such as the fact that people generally know what is right and wrong. Hans Christian Andersen. who
I know,
wrote-
but you said here's this mystical shit that happens.
Let me explain that.
So tell me something that happens.
Well, it's more of a concept than a specific event. Hans Christian Andersen, who wrote Mere Christianity, which is hard to say drunk, is a book about a guy who was heavily Christian, then became atheist, and then began to question it all and go, well, what the fuck is really right? So he wrote a book. He's a good writer. Hans Christian Andersen wrote The Brothers.
I feel like if anybody watching the show doesn't know who that is,
right, then I don't need to
that's not the right.
We're
It's
on a
not the
blogging site.
This isn't the show for you.
Right.
This is intelligence
Get educated. Come back
and
to us
drunk.
when you're smart. So.
And you are neither.
Anyway, with that, this guy wrote this book that said things simply that made sense, like anywhere in the world, and I've been all the way around the world. I found that it's true. People generally know right from wrong. What's right would be not to punch an old lady in the face and take her seat on the subway when she falls into the floor. That's
For the
just
right
wrong.
reward, I'll push an old bitch down the stairs.
People can be bought, but that's different. We're born with an innate understanding of don't step on babies' faces, or whatever. Like just...
Have you ever seen an ugly baby?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Never mind all the mathematical logic of what's going on around us that can still be attributed to simple science. There's still this, conceptual thing that goes on with intelligent mammals, whether they're dolphins or humans or monkeys or whatever. And they do things that are kind of predictable based on right and wrong and behavior and stuff. So with that in mind, I forgot what the fucking question was, which was...
It's okay. I stopped listening in 30 seconds.
So did everybody. To you, what does the end of time look like? Okay. I go to why I elaborated on all that non-fucking sense that made no sense. That actually...
It was great, though. It's going to be fun to watch. But let's get to the question.
The thing that actually...
What's the end of time look like?
Good call.
What's the end of time look like to you?
Is that it looks very somewhat biblical. Like there's a period of time where people begin to sort of quote-unquote sin by all the definitions of sin as described in most of the religions of the world, like killing each other and, selling their food stamps or whatever. To a point where I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
End of time.
End of time is basically like Revelations, which is a metaphor, but somehow real. Like we start to fall into sin more than we fall into good faith and people, and more divorces than ever. We used to stay married. Love was a better thing. Now it's a confusing thing, and there's a million genders, and there used to be two, and it's just, I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. I think this is the end of fucking time. It looks like now. Invest in Steem. Buy Steem.
All right, so
Steem is good. Steem is the way. I don't know.
I take a
weird fucking question.
I take a philosophical approach to this, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, but there's no answer because there's no such thing as the end of time.
Right.
Because time will never end.
That's why I'm confused.
The end of your existence can end, but the end of time will always continue to exist.
Right.
So.
Even in the biblical sense of the end of time.
But it's not my. It's not my job to hold your hand through these questions.
I don't know what the fuck is going on right now.
Cheers, buddy. We're getting close, man.
At least we clinked once.
I think we did like 3 times.
There's only one shot left on the whole table. So far, I'm still standing.
What isn't being taught in schools that should be?
Cursive.
Ooh. At least once, and I think twice, but of my shows, I get into a hot minute about how much the written word means to me.
Frankly, critical thinking. Because whether they can read it or not, it's irrelevant. They need to know what to do with it once they fucking figure it out. And it's written in another print besides cursive. So, let's go with critical thinking.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I'm gonna set. I actually like cursive as an answer. I think home economics is another big one.
I took that.
Yeah.
Well, I took gourmet cooking, which was related to home ec.
Very, very. I'll accept it.
Because I took it because
home ec taught us some shit.
Put me and another dude in a class.
They don't
with
teach
all
us shit
girls,
anymore.
And it was awesome.
But I agree with your answer as well.
All right.
This is it, buddy.
The 10th shot. I am shit-faced, so let's do 10, and why not complete the cycle?
Have you had fun?
I've had a great time.
That's what matters the most. Have the questions been alright for you? They're random, so...
Awesome. Sometimes I can't remember them, but I can do them.
I had to fucking look more than one.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's do one more. Here we go.
Final, buddy.
Cheers. Oscar shots. Everyone, this is what the glass looks like with whiskey in it, and this is what it looks like with it don't. Hot your shots. Johnny Clearwater Show. Good shit. Good content. Vote that shit up.
I'm going for it, dude.
Alright, go for it.
Name 3 things that you never want to do again.
Never want to do again.
Ever.
Be married to my first wife.
I was just going to say, wait, hold on. I was just going to cut. I literally was just about to tell you, you're not allowed to refer to your ex-wives.
Alright, so I'm going to do one by offering you a cigarette and say the one thing I wish I'd never done again was start smoking cigarettes.
Ooh.
But it was 3 things I'm supposed to name, right? Let me look.
3 nevers.
It says, name 3 things that you never want to do again. Well, I wished I'd never quit smoking, so I never want to smoke again, but I'm still doing it. I never really want to break a bone again. That was pretty painful.
What'd you break?
My elbow.
That was your only break.
Radial arm fracture.
So I've had more than one break.
I fell off a ladder crawling up into my loft.
I've had more than one, and so now I actually want to just use that as an answer. I have to specify. I never want to break this fucking bone
and the
again.
third thing, I'm going to go way out on a limb and tell you a teenage story when I was a little kid. Okay, my hometown was...
You're how old?
I was like maybe 14 or 15.
No, you're how old now?
I'm 50.
So we're gonna try to. This is like
something I.
This is like kick the can days.
But this could happen when I'm 70. So
let's do it, man. Let's hear it.
All right.
I was 14
or 15 years old. My hometown had fireworks on the 4th of July and a little festival down at the ball fields down there at the baseball fields where the Little League played, right? So I would go to this thing every year, and while I was now a teenager and into girls, finally into girls, my voice had changed.
Could you talk to them then?
I couldn't really, but I liked them. And so we had gone downtown, a bunch of us, from my church group, school, church, whatever, a bunch of 6 or 7 of us had gone down to this festival and the fireworks.
Yeah,
and
them church group bitches are fucking freaky.
Right, they're totally hot, especially the Catholic ones. But anyway, so
they're trying to get your pee-pee wet. They're like, you want to do anal?
Well, I ate hot dogs. Stop that. I'm talking about childhood here. We're not talking about anal, okay?
I was too.
Anyway.
I was like, oh man, this camp, I'm coming here.
You're a freaky bitch. Johnny Clearwater is a freaky bitch.
I didn't ask for it. When it's offered, that's freaky.
Alright, so I went downtown with these kids down to my small town's little festival. I ate barbecue and hot dogs and hamburgers and all kinds of shit all day. Then we watched the fireworks. I'm walking home and this girl I really liked when I farted and sharted and pooped my pants.
Oh my god.
It was bad. It was real bad. So 3 things
I never want to have that happen to you again, and I never want you to tell that story again.
I forget what the first 2 were, but the third one is I never want to go to fireworks with a girl I have a crush on and shark.
Yeah, dude.
Johnny, thanks for having
Steem.agency?
me on the show, man. Steem.agency. It's the place to be.
On Discord.
Steemstar Network, You Are Hope, the Writer's Block. Whatever you're into, we got a place for you. Come be a voice.
Dude, it's a real fucking pleasure.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much
I'm
again.
shit-faced. Thank you, Johnny, for making it so.
You know what? We're gonna drink more. As a matter of fact, there's a couple people. I don't know if they'll all join us, but I feel like they should all join us and come in. I've got
more people need to be shit-faced, Johnny. More
it's right there. I've got a bottle. Because we killed the bird. However, I've got a little bit left of.
Yeah, this here drinky winky.
Check this out.
Empty wimpy.
So this was when we went on the tour.
I like the way you struck that bottle. That was
nice. Dude, I was like, I deserved it.
Yeah.
It's just like,
it's good.
I like the tip.
Yeah, just the tip though. Only for a minute.
Yeah,
see how it feels.
I just want to know what it's like.
Yeah.
So we went to this local distillery called Leaper's Fork in Franklin, and this is their primary bourbon they're selling at the moment. Now they were very adamant about letting everybody know that. Actually, we don't produce this bourbon. Rhonda K, you got to come in for one. Can you do one? It's a single shot.
Can it be a small shot?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we should invite my partner in the witness crime and time.
Well, we were hoping to bring her anyway. We already knew. So we had spoke prior to this plenty, and we knew that you weren't able to do an episode.
That is unnamed.
But we did say, hey, were you willing to make an appearance?
Yes.
I didn't say that wasn't going to include at least one shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my partner in crime and time, Rhonda K. She runs the Writer's Block, Steem.
So we have other people that we can call the fuck out, though.
Yeah.
All right. So there's these what's that weird thing you're a part of? Oh, the Alliance.
The Alliance. That weird.
There's this cult on Discord.
Ingenuity and witty.
It's run by someone who did an episode.
Engine White Tie.
Come on, man. You can do one. It's a single shot.
Come on over here, Engine White Tie.
So if by chance you ever start to see this list, you know why not to vote for that.
I'm gonna have to do the 11th
Come on.
shot. Y'all gotta be
one
here for
shot.
First.
He's no longer prepared to be on camera today.
She's way too celebrity status.
We're gonna take someone that doesn't want to drink at all. Another guy that's like,
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Just give me a little shot.
So we're doing one shot.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
One shot. That's all you got.
Fair enough.
Pour them up.
I would totally do an episode of this show if I wasn't afraid of dying.
How about that? Take that one, Rhonda.
That one's Rhonda's. Here you go, Rhonda. If I could still distribute the shots without spilling them, I'm probably doing alright. Doesn't there be ingenuities?
Yep, I'm going a little shy.
Ingenuity.
And polite, though.
Alright.
By the way, make sure
the leader of my favorite community of which
I just want to make sure the
participant
label's
in,
facing
and my
that
partner
way. You're
in the whole
Which
rhyme
means
and
the
time
can.
and crime and stime.
Today we don't
do
sponsor Monster fucking energy drinks, but Monster, I'm up for negotiation.
Monster.
This episode is falling apart, Johnny.
It's not, man. Let's do it.
Poor shots, Johnny. We're losing it. We're losing it here. We're totally.
Who are we losing?
This came bobulated.
I'm not your channel where it's live, man. This is edited. They have a whole week to chill out and watch this shit. So
all right,
they'd be like, you know what? I needed to tune out for that part, but I'll come back later.
Stupid. Why don't you do that? All right. How about that?
So Rhonda, you've been here. You actually been here a couple days, and when you came out earlier this
This
week.
is 1 year anniversary.
It's another reason
today.
why
Today is my 1 year Steemit anniversary.
Today is Instructor 2121's fucking second.
Yeah,
Yep. And 2 days ago was my first. But it's not fair. I mean, we're wrapping this. It's Sir Cork, but he talks so much about himself. We might as well bring others.
I still
into it.
pay Red Ass with the best of them.
You were here. We had 21 fucking Steemians here.
Amen, brother.
21.
Amen. 21.
Even though a few of them are still people you still don't remember. That's why it was awesome. What's his name? Dalton?
Who the fuck was that?
Daltano?
Donovan.
Donovan?
I don't know. Dalton, Daltano.
Dalton O, right? Daltano.
IJ.
That's why I said Daltano.
Amelia something or another.
He got everybody's name together, so all of us will have an opportunity to connect once
Rocking
again.
like I'm some kind of like Rain Man.
Let's do it.
I don't know.
Rhonda, thank you for being here. Engine Woody, thanks for getting on board with
Thanks
all
for the
this.
show.
and
Good times. Glad to have
and
my
Cork?
best friends around. me.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you. 11 shots down. That's a wrap.
All right, so that's it. That's been everybody. We had a local distillery on the show in Leapers Fork, Franklin, Tennessee. You can find this amazing distillery. It's Leapers Fork Distillery.
Leapers Fork.
I recommend checking that out. This is the last episode of the Tennessee trip. Came out here, met some amazing fucking people. I'm sorry that no one could be here today. I really appreciate you all coming out. I think it's great that we put a lot of people together today.
It was great.
Um,
A lot of people traversed a lot of
Listen,
adversity.
Steemit might not be the best place in the world to hang out yet, but it's pretty fucking solid. I'm Johnny Clearwater. This has been Hots for Shots, and I'll see you next week.
I'm Sir Court. This is Ingenuity, and this is Rhonda K. We'd like to say thank you for watching.
So now I gotta not be trumped on my own show. There was their goodbye, and I'll see you next week.